Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Bill McFadden from Tone Pure Music, and we're going to take a look at Orchestral Tools Metropolis Arc 1. They have Arc 3 coming out, and so this will give you an overview of what's going on in Arc 1. So we'll first look at the multi-Finkel or Finkenstein strings, which the first patch over here is the sustain octave, and it's the high strings. So there's our low note, C3. And although it says sustain, it's actually a legato patch. You can only play one note at a time. Next, we have the sustain unison. And here we have a tremolo, unison. Portato long. Portato short. Spiccato octaved. Here we have the spiccato unison. Blurred spiccato. Used for runs primarily. Bartok pizzicato. And crescendo long, crescendo short, and swell. Next, the next multi we have is the strings low. So we'll take a look at the sustain octave. Tremolo octave, portato long, portato short, spiccato octaved, Bartok pizzicato, crescendo long, crescendo short, swell, and tremolo decreased. And next, we'll take a look at the bassoon patch, 4 of them. Whoops, doesn't sound like a bassoon. And here we have the, oh, by the way, that was the sustain patch. And it is polyphonic as opposed to legato. And then we have the marcato long. Marcato short. Staccato. And crescendo long. Crescendo short. Swell long. Swell short. And the crescendo flutter. Next patch. Had it, it went away. Is the contrabassoons. So there's your sustains, polyphonic, marcato long, marcato short, staccato, and crescendo long, crescendo short, swell long, swell short, and the crescendo flutter tongue. And the next multi we have is the Kommandanten trumpets. And my German is almost non-existent, so. There we go. And we'll pick the sustain patch. Marcato long. Marcato short. Staccato. And then we have the staccato cluster. And clutter crescendo. Cluster crescendo, short. Crescendo long, and then we have a crescendo short. Swell. And crescendo flutter tongue. Sorry, I'm hitting the pitch. And the next patch we have is the Schwartz Dorn horns, and we have 9 of them. So legato patch, even though it's sustains. We have marcatos, long. Marcato short. Staccato. Rips. Octave rips. And crescendo long. Crescendo short. Swells. Long swells, and here's the short swells. Crescendo flutter. Cluster crescendo. And cluster crescendo short. And then the next patch we have is the Rotdorn horns, 3 of them. One thing about, okay. So there's the sustain patch. Marcato long. And short. Staccato. And crescendo long. Crescendo short. Swell long. And the swell short. And crescendo flutter tongue. And the next multi we have is the bass trombones, 3 of them. So it's polyphonic sustain. And then we have the marcato long. As well as the marcato short. Staccatos. Crescendo long. Crescendo short. Long swell. And short swell. And crescendo flutter tongue. And the next multi we have, continuing on with our brass, is the Simbasi, 3 of them. Marcato long, marcato short, staccato, long crescendo, impressive, and then we also have crescendo short. Very impressive multi. Crescendo flutter tone. And long swell. And that's it as far as the multi-patches for this Simbasi. And then we have another multi-tubas, or low brass. Again, impressive. That's polyphonic sustain. And here we have marcato longs, marcato shorts, staccato, crescendo long, crescendo short, crescendo flutter tongue, and swells. And the next patch, multi patch we have is the choir. Interesting, the library, in addition to having the strings and the brass, it has choir. So here we have the basses, baritones, and it's legato. No. And then we have marcato, long. Marcato short. And we have staccato. And the next patch we'll look at is, surprisingly, the high choir. And it's legato. Let me just adjust my buffer size. Oops. Hopefully that won't take long. And here we have marcato. Marcato long, marcato short. And staccato. And the next patch we'll look at is the surprising one, guitar. So we have choir, we have brass, we have strings, we have guitar. And this stops the ringing. So if you want to stop it from, because if I hit a note, it sustains for a while, but that'll cut it off. Little harmonics. And then you have some runs here. So there we have the power, and here we have the power plus bass. And right here we have power, A plus bass. And here we just have the power A by itself, power double plus bass. Slides. And here we have our power double. We know Hans Zimmer likes to use guitar in his scores, so it could be used for that purpose. And here we have singles. And here we had the singles plus a bass. So an interesting addition to the library. So next we'll take a look at another multi. This is the right channel. So it's the same kind of stuff. As you can tell, it's just on the right. Power double. There's single strokes. Here we have a tremolo, it's a little different. And then here we have the tremolo muted. And so the next multi is the guitar left. The power setting, and here we have single strokes. have tremolo. And here we have tremolo muted. And you have your runs up here for your slides. But again, it's just coming through on the left. And that looks like all the articulations we have there. And then next we have a bass multi. So we have the bass guitar to go along with our electric guitar. So single strokes, and then we have shorts. And then up here, our slides of the bass. And then the next multi we have is the guess that one was blank. The percussion, epic percussion ensemble. There we go. That was Coming Attractions. This is the Epic Percussion Ensemble. So some real lows in there. Nothing on the And then, after the Epic Percussion Ensemble, then we'll have that other percussion that we were listening to, the Epic Percussion Hits. So, large gong. Or possibly tam-tam. Almost sounds, well, loud. We've got some sound design in there. Some rolls. Some medals. And then next, and we're getting close to the multis, the end of the multis, we have a piano. So all these patches are straight out of the box. I'm not adding any reverb or compression or EQ or anything to them. And then it looks like the last multi we have. Well, actually, it's not really a multi. It's just a drum map. So it's a drum set. It's a conventional drum set. Bass drum snare. Some toms, cymbals. And that pretty well wraps up the quick but pretty comprehensive display of the sounds in Metropolis Arc 1. It's pretty exhaustive, actually. So if you like this video, please click like. If you found it, if you want to be notified when the next one comes up, you don't want to miss the next video, and I do plan on doing a Metropolis Arc 2 before Arc 3 comes out, which is going to be possibly tomorrow. So this is Bill McFadden from Tone Pure Music signing off.